What up with you? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the digital pit boss where we just get it in. We're going all kind of directions today. So I appreciate you for joining. Today we got the 300 Spartans, aka the Dorians, Black Greeks. We getting it in. So, not sure if y'all getting my reminders, but nevertheless, I'm gonna get it in, and that's a fact black. And that's a fact black. So when you get this video, take time out and share the link so we can kind of get the ground popping. You know what I mean? Before I get started, I just want to encourage you to help promote the page. We're trying to build our organization of the calculated risk takers. And I go hard to bring y'all this information. It takes me an hour or two to prepare for one of these things. So let's get it started. Since I had so much response from my introduction last night, let's bring it back in smooth before we get into these Black Greeks, these Dorians, these warriors of an ancient past. Let's get it. Now we do it.
It doesn't make sense now. Shit just got real, things are getting intense now. Yeah, I hear you talking about we a lot. Oh, you speak French now. You giving me the signs and I gotta take a hit right now. Ooh,
I hit you up like, oh, you wanna hang one night? Hey. On the east side, and you know I'm with the gang right now. You said, do I own a watch? Do I know what time it is right now? It's after 2 a.m. and it's just gonna lie to you right now. Yeah, yeah. You ever say it's promising me for once, promising me for once. You'll never come to me. Oh, you'll never come to me. All she ever says is come see me for once, come and see me for once. You'll never come to me. You'll never come to me. Yeah.
So baby, just send me your location. Let's focus on communicating, cause I just need a time and place to come through.
Place to go through. Send me your location. Let's ride the vibrations, cause I don't need nothing else but you. I don't wanna fall in love for subtweet, so let's get personal.
I got a lot of cool spots that we can go. Tell me what's the move and I got you, girl.
Come and see me for once. Come and see me for once. You don't come to me.
You ain't never come to me, no. Girl, just
Send me your location. Let's ride the vibration, cause I don't need no one else but
come and see me for
That's right. Come and see me for once. What you waiting on? Let's get it on and popping. We're going to get it popping up in here. What up with you folks? Peace and wellness. All right, so what we got? What we got for you with these Black Greeks? First, we got to establish how history has been rewritten, rewashed, whipped out, slid aside, flipped up, flipped down so the powers can rule. They can't rule if they got gods that's greater than them. That's right. They can't rule if there's an existence of a God greater than them. So let's establish a little bit how they like to get down. I'm gonna throw that calculated risk taker logo right back at you for a moment.
You will see, in short, how the civilization of Athens 24 centuries ago laid the foundations on which Western civilization is built today.
Good evening and welcome to For the People. Mention the civilization of ancient Greece and most of us automatically think of science, philosophy, and mathematics. But is this image of Greece true to her real history? And more importantly, how is the image of the ancient Greeks as the creators of science and philosophy being used to bolster and perpetuate racism? We'll explore these and many other questions with Dr. Martin Gardner-Bernal, author of Black Athena.
In 1987, with the publication of Black Athena, Professor Martin Bernal challenged the academic establishment.
Okay, let's take a call from South Carolina. For the People, you're on the air.
Good afternoon. My question is the following.
Bernal claimed that during the last 200 years, scholars rewrote the history books, denying that ancient Greece had roots in Africa and Asia. The myth they created of a pure white, unsullied dawn of Western civilization was a result of both anti-Semitism and racism, and he argues it still influences the perception the West has of itself today.
I think that if people take Black Athena seriously, then they do have to look at early European early history in a different way, because always implicit and sometimes explicit in our view of history is that democracy and science and philosophy are exclusively European possessions, and that although peoples from other continents can learn them through Europe and European culture, they are essentially at home only in Europe.
For Martin Bernal, attempting to knock Greece from the white pedestal of Western civilization is a huge undertaking. He started Volume 1 of Black Athena 12 years ago and has had to face the big guns of the academic profession.
Bernal has fallen into exactly the same trap as many of the 19th century writers did. What happened in the 5th century happened in Greece and in Greece only.
He can't prove it either way. How can we tell?
He's attacking a target that we no longer need to worry about.
He doesn't know the evidence, and therefore he supposes that there isn't a great deal of evidence there.
And I, for one, do not think that he has provided anywhere near the amount of evidence needed to prove his case.
I don't know to what extent scholars today are still motivated by these objectionable attitudes of anti-Semitism, racism, whatever it might be. I should think very few are. But they have been in the past to some degree, no doubt, but on the whole, these are not the scholars who've been influential in our understanding of the way things actually work. I don't think it's played a part at all, frankly.
Of course, there are many classicists who object to what I'm saying, and some quite emotionally. A friend of mine tried to persuade a friend of his to buy a copy of the book in Heifers, the main bookshop here. And as he was talking about the book, the shop assistant said, "Would you mind speaking up? I hear so many people muttering as they look at that book." So that clearly there is opposition. On the other hand, there's been very little hostile criticism in print.
In 1989, the leading American classicists organization held a presidential panel at their annual conference to debate Black Athena. Articles followed from leading academics. Much to Bernal's surprise, they gave a serious and enthusiastic response to his project. The idea to hold a forum was put forward by Molly Levine.
Bernal's prediction for...
We're going to stop it right there. We just wanted to drop in a little bit of context to the subject, as what they have done is they have rearranged history to fit a narrative to create a supremacy. And so we're going to take back a look. We're going to go back a little bit. We're going to check it out. So you know, I pulled up a little artwork. So let's start off with some of the narrative they do in the modern time. That was back in 1989. So here we have a movie. This movie is 300 Sparta, where 300 Spartans held off an army coming from Persia, coming to destroy the country. And so the movie is portrayed as a bunch of Greeks, valiant Greeks, going out there brave-hearted, standing at a pass to stop them. Well, that was just the movie. And what Hollywood does is it uses what we call black magic. At least that's the term they like to use. And when they refer to black magic, they're talking about magic that has a negative impact. Big bankroll at the box office. And so we understand. Now, I got a bunch of pictures in here for you. This is artwork. This is artwork that was found of the era, of the day. These are those Dorians. They were that early stage, that very early stage of the building and the foundation of the ancient Greek, that Black Athenia that he wrote about. And so we know that because they use a lot of history to mesmerize the mind, they can't help but get the facts. Now, why would all of these so-called white Greeks make all these beautiful bowls and depict the warriors? Do you see that on the top of his helmet? This was a culture. There's many symbolisms going on inside of this painting or of this on a bowl. I got plenty of pictures for you. The more, the merrier, the more. These are those black Greeks. This is a jar. They had an affection for the African. You can call them the black Greeks. You can call them an African. You can call them a Moor. But you damn sure got to call them black. They look just like the African American. They even look like the Native Americans. The history runs deep. So here we got a pot. This is the depiction of a Dorian slaughtering his enemy. Now, why would they depict that? Why would the white man make a bowl where he's the victim? That seems a little strange. Here's a couple of busts. This is a young brother. Let's hide this real quick. My bad. I wanted to be able to read this down here. I couldn't see it. So this is a Greek chariot, as they had people to pull them around in the chariots. You know, they didn't have the Patterson car way back then. And as you can see, the features of this brother, he's young, strong, black Greek. He goes down. There's a woman. There's a woman. The artist here is pretty interesting. Painted bronze vase in the form of the head of a youth. Alexandria Circus, 200 BC. This bringing us all the way back into Africa. This is what's going down back then. Now you remember his helmet. Now, as you see here, there's other people here, because there was more than just Africans, black Greeks, but those Spartans in particular, they was developing themselves as a military army. And as you can see, that brother there depicted here, he's black. That's a fact. I can tell when you're black. Don't lie. So here's an interesting one. As you see, this is ancient relics. You can't hide the past that's buried. It's amazing that this stuff even make it to the market, as bad as they try to cover up the tracks. Now here's the combination of the people living in the land. Now in this particular one, it's the merger of two cultures. And as you see, it's going down. Black is back. Black is back. Now look at this one. This is like a whitewashing. But yet them features are still strong. She might have just been a highlighted girl. Maybe she's mulatto. But that hair is definitely black. Nose and eyes and the structures of her lips. This is black, and in fact, we got to keep it on the map. So let's take a picture. Let's look at the map. Let's pay attention here. So right there where the arrow is, you got Greece. And as you see, Libya, and Egypt, and Asia, and Turkey, and the Mediterranean Sea. Now, how hard is it? Egypt was boat builders. Kemet was boat builders. The Phoenicians were master boat builders. Now, obviously, the Mediterranean Sea could be a little rough, but it's easily floated upon by a boat. And so it's not too hard to understand that Africa is right there. This is not far. Just a quick little boat ride across this Mediterranean Sea. And you're on the shores of Greece, ancient Greek. And so for the white folks to continue the madness, they're trying to rearrange the history. There's too much evidence. As you see, there's a white person on this ball, easily depicted. How hard can it be? There's another ball, another brother. Let's take a look at this one. Now, this is Agrippine Silby by Abraham Jassan. Now, this is a painting from 1576 to 1632. And Sibyllius were Greek prophetess. Agrippians, a Roman noblewoman. Agrippiana the first was the wife of a general and statesman. They had a black woman. Germanicus, and relative of the first Roman emperor, Agrippina II, was a great granddaughter of the Emperor Augustus. Well, we're really getting this information here. Now, mind you, this is just a painting of a depiction of it and not the actual person. But nevertheless, it is the image of a black woman. So we can narrow that down and understand that some flip-flopping is going on. So she's the adoptive granddaughter of the Emperor Tiberius, sister of the Emperor Caligula, the niece of the fourth wife of the Emperor Claudius, and mother of the Emperor Nero. Woo! Well, let me tell you, we're going to have to get into that. It's going down. Now, in this picture, the brother is doing some work. You see, he got a laptop made of wood. They didn't have no electricians yet. He was going to have to wait to Booker T. Washington to get some electricity out of this. That's why we focusing on that STEM. It's time to build a better world. You can't do it. You definitely can't do it without us. It's hard to do. What up with it, Rome? How y'all liking the chat? How y'all liking the show? If you like the show, hit the like button. If you like, I ain't trying to hear all that. I just came over to the Player Hate You on your daily. Hit that dislike button. Let me know you the player haters is in the building. We ain't got no player haters in the building yet. But we got 4 people to like. And my channel says it's 22 watching. I'm going to make sure I drop Blackophenia in the description box. So if you're watching the show later, you can just click. Y'all, sometimes you got to hit that description box so you can see where you can donate to the channel if you care to do that, or George, our Patreon channel, if you want some extra stuff, the free soap, the free shirts, the free this, the free that. We're going to give away as we start building. Right as of now, we're low on funds. The computer programmer needs a check, y'all. I'm trying, I'm bartering, I'm giving it what I got, but I need some help if you care. Nevertheless, let's keep it pushing. Let's get into some of this. So now we have laid out the vases, the paintings, the bowls, the 300 Spartans. Who are they? Who are they? All right. The Dorians. That was a better name. They had a language, ancient Greek language called the Doric language. And they had different groups that were living in certain parts of ancient Greece. And in a specific city, Sparta, a militarized force had taken over. And it says the Dorian people had a seminal influence on the later developing Greek art, as we have seen. Indeed, the crowning achievement of the Greek art and architecture of the 5th century BC arose from the combination of art of the Doric people. That's those Dorians. With its restraint, power, and monumentality, and that of the Dorian people, with its grace, elegance, and ornateness. Those are the Dorian people. So therefore, you had a different kind of attitude going on in the area. One group, strong military push-up penitentiary style, just coming in hard. The other side, a little more elegant, slim. They're not so out for war. That's not their mentality. The other, military. They prepared to dominate at any time. But they had a little bit of civility. So, the massive and simple Doric ordered the architect earns its name from the origin of the Doric populated cities of southern Aegina, near the Aegina Sea. And the choral lyrics in Greek tragedy were also the Doric invention. Politically, the Dorian centers took 2 different courses of development. In Corinth, Rhodes, and Argos, and various and mercantile-oriented city-states. The Dorian invaders, as they came to marching in, this is going all the way back. It was real. I even have information that the Dorians are cousin and related closely to the Hebrew Israelites. What you think about that? Oh yeah, got letters from during the Maccabean area, where Maccabees writes a letter to those Dorians asking them to assist in this war against the Greeks. Yes, sir. Talked about all this in the Fraternal Order of Pan-Africanism over a year ago. I'm just reiterating for the brand new audience that we starting to receive. So if y'all liking this, definitely hit that like button. You help move the channel. Share the link somewhere. Let's get the word out. I'll be looking around like, how I only got 200 views and Red Pill running rampant with some garbage. It's a shame, man. Get the real in the field so we can do more better. Because if you can't be good, you got to be good at it. And I don't see them being good at it. In Sparta and the island of Crete, by contrast, the Dorians kept power to themselves and constituted themselves into ruling military class. these militarized Dorians deliberately froze an archaic form of society. So they pretty much separated themselves, dominated the region, and kept their player haters out daily, while they focused on culture, various forms that they would become known for as we have found their relics. The Dorians were a major division of the ancient Greek people, distinguished by well-marked dialect and their subdivision within all their communities into the tribe Phylae, that's Phyllai, of Helios, that's Hylleis, for those of you serious students who taking down notes. Y'all can Google these things. And the Pamphylio, that's Pamphyloi. Y'all get these names. This is how you go in even deeper. As you know, this is just a nice study just to direct your attention to what's going on. We already had in 1989, white folks afraid to touch that black Athena. Where the scholars, the literary art majors, got busy on the subject. 20% of us who go for it all, take it to college levels and PhDs. Sometimes you get a good one out of there, he gets to some real info. But it always causes a stir in their systems because it doesn't fit the narrative. And that's the problem with the college level. They're all teaching the narrative. Sometimes you got to be bold. Just be prepared not to have a job at the college no more. They're going to hit you in the head for bringing that real. The Dorian people are traditionally acknowledged as the conquerors of the Peloponnese in the period 1100 to 1000 BC. That's how far they get back. When they come up in there, they just get to smashing. Mind you, the ancient city of Greece has not yet really took form. It's all happening similar time. Now, you know, when an invading army comes in, they usually come in with high technology. And then with that technology, trade begins. And then more people come, the bankers, and then building begins. Education begins. Cities begin to form. The STEM program is going down, chopping up rocks in the blocks and building out roads, cobblestone roads, and so forth and so forth, architecture, all of that, the necessary blocks to building civilizations. It can't be done without the STEM. It's necessary. So that's a little bit. Now back to these 300. Sparta. This is the purpose of the movie. It was such a great monumental event at that particular time that they had to write about it. It was called the Battle of Thermopylae. And it was fought between the alliance of those Dorian who gathered up all the Greek city-states and led by King Leonidas. That was the Dorian who was king. Now, you know, if you got an army of black men going hard and they ain't in slavery, ain't no white man gonna be king. Drink a little orange juice. So therefore, you think about King Leonidas of Sparta, of the Spartan Dorians, the black Greeks, the military wing. That's what we're talking about. So they head over to the battlefield and the Persian Empire of Xerxes the First. Over the course of 3 days during the second Persian invasion of Greece, it took place simultaneously with the naval battle, as you have seen depicted in the movie, in August or September of 480 BC at the narrow coastal pass of Thermopylae. They call it the Hot Gates. because it's going down. It's going down. The Persian invasion was a delayed response to the defeat of the first Persian invasion of Greece, which had been ended by the Athenian victory at the Battle of the Marathon. That's where we get our games today. After that battle, the Marathon man took off running to get the word, they coming. Well, back then, what no aviator planes going. You couldn't get in a car and drive, so he just ran the whole distance, and he never stopped. That's why in the Olympic Games, you have to run the marathon. That's the distance that he ran from one city to the next city to alert the people that the Persians is coming. See, everything that we do in America with this Hollywood effect of promoting these ideas and concepts upon the people, they use words like you're a Cretan. You think that's some crazy creature, when in fact history says there was a city called Cretan, and there were people there, and they hated the Cretans. So they made it a bad word. He said, you're a Cretan, a creature, a crevice, a crack, an ugly son of a snack. You know what I'm talking about. This might be a kid's show today, so I removed the language. And so with this Battle of Thermopylae just coming to a pinnacle, the Greek force of approximately 7,000 men marched north to the blocks to pass in the middle of the fort of 480 BC. And the Persian army, allegedly the ancient source that we have to look at, have to that numbered over 1 million. Oh, they was coming. So let's say they wasn't a million. Let's say they was 500,000. Boy, it's still a big army going up against a very small army. But when you bet it all, you come to die. The game is played for bread and meat. If we don't win, then we don't eat. Locked on slave ships, we'll go to sleep. Y'all don't want me to add the context of the spiritual paradigms to the two forcing armies, do ya? Because they got some sickening paradigms that they believe in, and it damn sure ain't Christianity. And boy, are they vicious. They vicious with the black magic. When you say magic, you have to understand we are simply talking about words and how those words have an effect on your subconscious, how it affects you by what people say. It's magic. It could be good or bad. Label it what you will. Hollywood loves it. 300 Sparta was a favorite movie of mine. They had the high effects. They showed the bravery of the men. They just dare not show you that they're black. That might inspire you too much. Might come out with the hatchet against your haters, and they don't want to see that. They don't want to see that. So they make sure they're always the victim. And you're the victim. Because if you feel like you're defeated, you won't even fight. You're a conquered people who have hopelessly integrated into your conquered nation. Therefore, you don't feel you can win. You don't feel that you can win. So during 2 days of a full battle, the small force led by Leonidas blocked the only road which the massive Persian army could not pass. After the second day, the local resident named Ephialus betrayed by the Greeks by revealing that the small path led behind the Greek line. Leonidas, aware that his force was being outflanked, dismissed a bulk of the army and remained to guard their retreat with 300. This is where we get the 300. 700 Thespians and 400 Thebans. Okay, so now you have 300. The bravest of his men, those that were just working hard to be soldiers, they stay with him at the smallest path. We on the chessboard. Yes, sir. Now they had more to go around and fight them off at the pass and slow them down. But he knew that would be a deadly. And this was a full commitment. There was no coming back from this fight. They just simply fought to slow them down. Wasn't no stopping them. They was marching. But they knew if they could get them on this small little Coke bottle path, that they couldn't use the size of the army against them. It was the art of war. Sun Tzu was operating in the minds of King Leonidas. Yes, sir. Military is an artful science, fought with technology of war. There are different instruments of war being used, both mental and physical. This is the purpose of building a nation. You have to tool yourself in every way possible. This is what you got to do. Now, let's take a small look-see. I have more of that little, how can you say, more of that hold on. Since I can't play this whole thing, I'll make sure this particular link I'm using, I post. And I kind of got to skip up, so I'm not as sure where they're going to start. But I just want y'all to listen to it for a few more minutes and give us a little context. How y'all like the show? Somebody want to know everything I'm wearing, huh? What does 818 represent? You can't see? Hold on. 818. 818. That's the area code. Y'all know how we do it. We branded. Smashing, branding, handing. All I really do. Stop it, man. Before I get in on you. Yeah, you know how we do it. That's how we do it. Now we could have a CRT. Calculated risk taker worldwide, what y'all want to do. I'm building a website, help me. Only reason it's taking long because we're going slow, but we can move faster. What up with it, Richard? Yeah, man, I sit back trying to figure out what direction can we hit them today. I don't want to go the same way as the other guys all the time. So I just dig in my bag of tricks and I'll be like, oh, I got all kind of stuff for them. What up, UK? What's going down in the UK? As you see, we all in y'all cities, building blocks of war, making ways so y'all could be here today, getting it in, doing what you do. What up, New Zealand? Y'all know how we do it. Anybody live in the city of Crete? At your boy, hit me in the email, 99 light years. I want to know what you're doing at gmail.com. It's going to be in the description box. How y'all like those logos? I'll be at it. I got a new one. One of the CRTs is getting one made, so hopefully we can get it in. So while I'm playing this little excerpt, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you the white boy version of the Sparta while they talking. The picture is a picture I pulled from the movie, so I'm not claiming this is real. I just like the look of it to let y'all know why we have to bring it back, why we got to bring back this Black Athenian, why I got to remind you of who the Dorians are, why I got to put that on your brain, why you have to understand what technologies they learned, how did they develop their people, why were they strong enough to defend themselves from a 1,000,000-man army. They had strategies of war and tools of the trade all the time. So let's get it popping. You know how we do it.
Enlightenment, the Freemasons, who included the aristocracy, artists, and philosophers, used Egyptian rituals and signs in their ceremonies. The $1 bill still retains the Masonic symbol of the eye of the pyramid. In 1798, Napoleon commanded a huge scientific and cultural assessment of Egypt and tried to claim its past for France. But with the start of Egyptology and the deciphering of the hieroglyphs in 1820, the ancient civilization of Egypt fell from grace.
The decipherment of hieroglyphs was like discovering a new planet and finding that the planet didn't behave like planets that you were used to. So suddenly we could read.
Okay, you know, I took a guess. I didn't hit the mark. They got all in Egypt. And Egypt is a good subject, but we're not on that. We're trying to get back to these Spartans. I guess they just kind of go in different directions in the, you know, in the video. We're gonna put up a different picture. Let me give y'all one of these black ones. Let y'all see what they look like, which we already covered. I just like y'all get a feel, understand. We trying to get it in over here. Show you a little something different. Let's put up this. Let's put up this one. This one looks good. All right, I think I found a better spot.
Racist work. This is a structuralist work. This is a Marxist work, and so forth. And they give allowance, and that the single-minded who write these sort of things are making their points, no doubt, but they're not making such a major contribution to a proper understanding as they may imagine.
Well, I think that the accusation has often been leveled at me, and I'm sure it's been thought by many other people, that if I accuse other scholars of being influenced by their times and by their social backgrounds, I myself must be equally influenced by them. And I think that there's some truth in this accusation, but my defense against it would be that my version is closer to the traditional version held for the last 1800 years or more, last 2000 years. And I think that the Aryan model is more of an aberration than mine.
All right, we didn't get that part right. Just don't worry about that. Yeah, so, you know, that's what we have. We have a rewashing, a reflipping of information. This has happened with the Bible. This has happened with Kemet. This has happened with the Dorians. This is happening everywhere. We are establishing life, building communities, setting up operations. And so one day, 2,000 years from now, they're going to take a look back at America, and they're going to almost hate to say the slaves was black. They're going to try to erase their effects from being a part of slavery. They're going to be like, oh, there was some little mulatto Asians we had, man. There wasn't no black. We never did that to black people. So, you know, we have to bring that out. I'll bring these subjects to you so that you can write these things out. You know, Google it yourself if it's interesting to you and go a little deeper. Take it a little further. You feel what I'm saying? Make it happen. Also, just to come on and share some experience with you. You know what I mean? People text me all the time. Are you going live? Are you going live? I say, yeah, okay, hold up, be strong. It's going down. So, you know, this was kind of a short one today. I guess I didn't really have a whole lot for you. But I did want to do this because we may, and I'm looking for something. Sorry for looking like I'm going crazy, but I wanted to show a picture, and I don't know why I don't have it preset, you know, on my thing here, but I'm gonna find it. It don't take long, as I have this computer mapped out. I think I do. Hold on, be strong. Okay. Give me 1 second to find some files that I have in the book. And all right. I think it's right here. Okay, yeah. So, and you know, for most of you guys, man, I keep dropping it. Sorry about that, people. All right. Okay. So there we go. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me share the screen. You know, we doing this on the fly. This is just all on the fly. All on the fly. So what I have here, I can't really blow it up like I want to, but I'll try. I don't have the picture actually on the laptop. But what you have here, this is the soap that I made last time. I just wanted to mention this. We got like 2 more people to add on to the soap business. We probably need about 2 or 3 more. So if you're interested, it's $90 to get involved. It's just kind of like a starting block. It's not the major flow, but it works out to about $3 a bar. You get 30 bars. We're making 5 different soaps. We got a lavender, a peppermint, a activated bamboo charcoal with black seed oil. We got a tea tree soap, and we have a butter bar soap. Those will be the 5 soaps for this round. And yeah, we're going to see how we do. And then when we get the website built, you know, you'll have your soap, but we'll go further and we'll start to build our soap brands. We'll have a calculated risk taker website, which will include all of us to be able to promote what we do, our products, and sell it off of a central site that we all chip in to promote and push and make bigger. But it'll hyperlink you to yours. So we're not just building just the calculated risk taker. That will be the collective of us, but we're also building individual companies and helping you to assist you at helping better your brand. Because when I say this STEM program is real, I'm talking about it's real. I really plan to introduce someone at the end of this year who come to me and said, bro, I've been watching you and I took your lead and I did a few things and it went crazy for me. I'm balling. I'm balling, baby. So that's what we do. You feel me? This is a new logo that I just kind of reconverted for the calculated risk takers. So you know how we do. When I make a calculated risk taker, it's for you. And if you want the logo, drop a donation. Hit me in my inbox. Let me know you want it. And I'll send it to you. Put it on your YouTube somewhere. Throw it on your Facebook. Whatever. Spread the idea. Do what you want. Get to the money with it if you can. Print it on a t-shirt. Sell it on the site. Sell it on your site. I'm not hating. I took time to make this thing. These things take all day. I'm going to show you who the calculated risk taker that I had contact me to help them with the logo they already had. I'll be working on that today and tomorrow, all day today and all day tomorrow. And boom, I'm going to drop that one on y'all. We're going to pump his company up. And we're going to talk about what he's doing and whatever he wants to do, because this is a collectiveness, what I'm doing over here. And it's not really no hatred. Now, I do have people call me that like what I'm doing, but they kind of share a slightly different narrative of what they're about. But they're going to learn. They're going to have to disagree with this information I'm dropping to remain where they're at. And it's going to be hard to do after I chop the blocks down and show them what the real look like. So, boom, there we go. Calculated risk takers. Do y'all not? Are you not entertained? You know how we do it. And we still got the other one. The first one. You can have that one. The calculated risk takers. Booyah. These are classics. If you own this one, 3 years from now, nobody else going to have it after a while. I'm going to stop showing it because I do this daily. I'm going to have like 30 of these by the time we done. And people going to be like, I want the first one. I'm going to be like, man, you're going to have to go find one and calculate risk take, see if they'll let you get a copy. I ain't handing it out no more. We're moving on to the next and to the next. And y'all know who your boy is, right? I'm your boy, the digital pit boss, the calculated risk taker, digital pit boss, bet it all. Get it in there and get it out. That's that ooh, 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 she love me. That's that ooh, 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 she love me. And you know how transformation is born in the Black woman. They say that the Black woman bring us all into the atmosphere. Let it be known that butterflies represent transformation. And so we right back at it, building a brand new nation. She got the little Africa tatted on her neck. She must be a thug or something. We know how they do it with the tattoos on your neck. What's really going on? And then, you know, we got calculated risk taker brands going on around here. Look at Black Becky the Tacky just jumped out of nowhere. Holla at your girl. Y'all see her in the room. She one of the room monitors. She's really active with it. Some of the other room monitors, they done took a chill back. They're like, well, damn, shit. She seemed to just got, you know, it's a collective dose. Everybody does what they do. If you know a little, do a little. If you know a lot, do a lot. But don't be offended by what the next man got. It's a collectiveness that puts you on the spot. Put your flag in the ground. Let's get it on. So we really getting to it. And we doing this with no money, y'all. Trust me. We ain't working with no money. This is our Facebook page, you know, coming soon. The Digital Pit Boss, digital shop, videos, membership bonuses, calculated risk takers, soap shops. We are under construction. We are under construction. We need funding for tools and material. Drop it on me. One of y'all got $1,000. You drop me $1,000, I'm gonna personally come see you. We're gonna set your shit up. You're gonna be the king of the conscious community when I'm done with you. We're gonna put you through the door. I'm not afraid. You feel me? What else we got on here? I ain't gonna show all the shows. Y'all know the shows. Y'all know the shows. Oh, I showed that one. All right, what else we got on the table? If we're able. This is a banner page. Y'all seen that? Okay, maybe y'all didn't see that. Who knows? But be strong. So when you own your own. Now, what is this calculated risk-taking ideology, right? Don't forget to get in that GoFundMe or onto that PayPal if you care about what we doing. But we here to transform the mind to become born to fly. Because as soon as you believe you can fly, as R. Kelly wrote a song about it, there ain't no stopping you. There ain't no stopping you. Do you understand? It's going to be real easy to do. All you got to do is do it. It ain't that hard. And as y'all know, your boy, the Digital Pit Boss, baby, like no other. Ain't nobody trying to come with the game. They won't speak my name, but it's all good. It's all good. So before I close, I'm going to drop this on you. Then I'm going to take you out here with a cool song. Always and forever be impeccable with your words, because your words are magic. They have an effect on you and on the victimized that believe you, or those that benefit from you and anything that you say, real or unreal. Reality is what people perceive in language becomes the reality. But what's really there, we could all see. But what we see, we perceive differently. So therefore, be impeccable with your words. Oftentimes we sit back and we just assume they did this, assume they did that. You start speaking before people can get to the end of a sentence. Let them in their sentence. Let them be fully spoken. And then when they spoken, ask a few questions. Always ask questions, because questions lead to answers that clarify understanding. And therefore, never make assumptions. Give it time. They'll reveal themselves to you. And most importantly, if you don't get up and give it your best, what do you expect? Do you expect for it to just turn into magic because you gave half an effort when you yourself knew you had a little more? Go all the way. Bet it all. Give it your all. The game is played for bread and meat. If you don't bet it all, you might not eat. You got to win. Play to win. And you know how we do. Don't you ever, I mean ever, never, never, ever. Don't you ever, never, 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 ever, never, ever, never, ever, never, never, no time on no day take anything personal. Because as soon as you take it personal, you disturb the 7 chakras. You mess up the root chakra, the navel chakra, the solar plex chakra, the heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third chakra, your third eye chakra, and your crown chakra. That gets you into the metaphysical thinking to manifest your reality. All your energy is offline. You can't function when you start taking shit personal. You let black magic take over your spirit, and your shit start falling to an end. You can't do that to yourself. You got to be never afraid. Never, never, ever afraid. You got to believe in something. Why not believe in me? Now, don't worry about it. You might not be that brave to believe in me. You know what I'm saying? So if you ever need me, this is all you got to do. Do you understand? It ain't that difficult. If you ever need me,
you used to call me on my cell phone.
Just hit me.
Late night
It ain't
when
that
you
hard.
need my love. Call me on my
It
cell
ain't that
phone. Late night when you need my love.
Don't do it to yourself.
I know when that hotline bling, that could only mean one thing. No. And I know when that hotline bling, that could only mean one thing. Ever since I left the city, you got a reputation for yourself now. Everybody knows and I feel left out. Girl, you got me down, you got me stressed out. Ever since I left the city, you started wearing less and going out more. Bottles of champagne out on the dance floor. Hanging with some girls I've never seen before. You used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. And I know when that hotline play, that could only mean one thing. No. And I know when that hotline play, that could only mean one thing. And I know when that hotline play.
If you need me, call. When that highlight bling, I know it's you. It ain't nothing to it but to do it. What are you waiting for? Get it. Ain't nothing stopping you but yourself. It don't even matter if they trap you in the dark. Put yourself in the dark and close your eyes and imagine your reality. And then manifest it. It ain't that hard, y'all. If you got love, help me, help you. This is Digital Pit Boss, baby. One love.